Let's talk about leaving work and never having to go back and being able to do this all while still in your 20s. Imagine the feeling of not actually having to go to a job that you don't actually like and that you got money coming in which you don't have to work for, and it covers all your bills. So you don't actually have to worry about actually having to go to a job to make some money to cover like living expenses and things like that. Because the income they give us at our jobs are the golden handcuffs they give us so we can't move forward in our life. They reward us with just enough so that we are comfortable enough to kind of keep living our lives, but we just don't enjoy it to the fullest extent. We've got enough time to go on holidays and enjoy our weekends, but not enough to have complete freedom over our time and ourselves, so we can do whatever we want and things which we might be a bit more passionate about. So what if we actually had some kind of income coming through that actually covered all the bills we had and allowed us to kind of more free time to actually go out and enjoy our lives, so we can actually spend more time with friends, family, traveling, and doing things which we are more passionate about? Well, this is actually called passive income, and it's kind of like the holy grail of income sources. We all strive for this income to come in which we actually don't have to work for, and that allows us to kind of do the things which we want to do more of. But how do we actually go through and build this? Now, the more traditional senses of building some kind of passive income is through rental properties and dividend stocks, which takes a long time to actually build, and it requires a lot of investment as well. But what if I told you you could actually build a passive income stream of up to 10K a month without actually having to kind of invest in property or dividend stocks, and you can probably do it within less than a year as well. In this video, I'm actually going to go through the 5-step method I'll be doing if I was actually having to start again to actually generate that 10K a month income without actually having to spend a lot of time investing in the traditional methods of rental properties and dividend stocks. Like I said, they take a long time to actually build, and by the time you actually get to enjoy that passive income, you're going to be too old to enjoy it anyway. So you want to try and get this done as quickly as possible and as early as possible as well. And it doesn't mean that if you are in your 30s or 40s that you can't actually build this for yourself. You can definitely build this for yourself as well. And I would highly suggest going through and doing it for yourself too. And the reason why I'm showing you this method is because I want to try and help as many people as possible become financially free so they can actually live the lives they truly want to live for themselves and enjoy life to the fullest extent. So this method I'm actually going to show you will allow you to have money coming in passively that you won't actually have to go out and work for, which means that you'll have a lot more free time to actually enjoy life, as I said, the way you want to, which is, to me, is a huge bonus. And the best part is it's actually really scalable. So you can actually even go past that 10K a month and actually earn a lot. So imagine all the spare time you actually have to do the things that you would be more passionate about, spending time with friends, going out for dinners and drinks, being able to travel the world, or going to birthdays and events like weddings more freely without actually having to go to your boss and ask for time off. You can just go, right, wedding next week, let's go. And one of the best parts about this business model and this approach, which I'm going to show you, is that it's actually very scalable, and you only have to set it up once and then spend maybe 2 to 3 hours a week actually working on it to make sure you're either growing it or maintaining it. Before I actually go into the method of actually how to set up this kind of business for yourself so you can actually have this 10K coming in a month passively, I'm going to outline to you what I'd actually look for so that I can actually do this for myself and why I'd actually do it as well. So there are actually a few things I'd actually look for if I was going to start again. And the first thing would be low cost of entry. So one thing I'd look for if I was going to start it again is low cost to set up. Because if I was starting again in my early 20s, or if I was starting again from bankruptcy, I wouldn't actually have a lot of money available to me to set up a proper business. I wouldn't have money for ads, products, and things like that, which means that I want to try and start something which would require as little money upfront as possible so I can actually bring in as much money as possible as well over time. So I wouldn't want to be spending large amounts of money on websites, product development and research, marketing, on ad spend, without actually knowing if that investment will actually bring in some kind of return. So that's one of the reasons why I want to try to keep my expenses as low as possible so that as I scale, as I grow, I know I'm bringing that money and it's giving me a better ROI or return on my investment, and that I can actually scale and actually earn a lot more money over time as well. The second thing I'd look for is something that gives me a recurrence. And in the world of making money online, there are a lot of opportunities that you can actually set up that will actually bring you money over time. But it's very much transactional, which means you have a product, you have a customer, you sell that product, and that's a transaction done. There's no recurrence unless you have a product which it needs to be kind of bought over and over again. But even then, the profit on that kind of product is very, very low. So you won't be making as much profit, and it's a lot harder to kind of keep those customers and keep them coming back over time. So you want to be looking at structures or businesses that allows you that recurrence, which means that if once you make a sale, you'll get that constant sale month in, month out without actually having to do any extra work to kind of create that sale or generate that customer. And in the world of making money online, there's a lot of services and tech-based businesses which actually offer that kind of recurrence platform or recurrence kind of payment coming in for you. And the beauty of this as well is that as you make more sales, that means you get more and more money coming in over time, and you can actually grow and scale. Which brings me to my third point, and that's scalability. Now this is important because if you actually want to hit that 10K a month mark, you actually have to be able to scale from 0 to 10K as quickly as possible so that you can actually have that money coming in passively. So which business model would I be looking at to be able to achieve that 10K a month income passively so that I could actually eventually leave my job and actually live the life that I truly wanted to live for myself? Now, there's actually plenty of business models out there that can actually do this, but for me, the one which I'd be looking at, which requires low cost of startup, scalability, and recurrence, would be affiliate marketing. And the reason for this, as an affiliate, you don't actually have to source or hold products for your customers. You have the ability of scalability. And if you're dealing with tech-based businesses or services, you can actually have that recurrence coming in from the customers as well. And this means you don't need a huge amount of money for outlay to actually start up, which is a perfect business model for someone who's just beginning in their early 20s or having to restart from scratch again. So to be able to make that $10,000 a month, I'd be looking at more tech service-based opportunities, which means I'll be looking at funnel builders, chatbots, email autoresponders, and things like that. Because most often times with those services, they require a subscription. And if you're an affiliate of those products or those services, you get that monthly commission coming in for the lifetime of that product, depending on the terms of what that company has set up. So this means that once someone's actually signed up to one of those services you're offering, you get recurrence of payment or that commission coming in monthly, as long as that person is actually signed up to that program. And this also ticks my third point, which is scalability. So say you're promoting a product or offer a service like ClickFunnels, which is a funnel builder for sales. Their basic package is roughly $97 a month, and they offer their affiliates 40% commission on anyone who signs up to that program. So this means that for everyone who actually signs up to ClickFunnels under you, you get just under $40 per month as a commission. So if you're just going to promote ClickFunnels on its own, you could actually build up a client base of about 250 people to hit that 10K a month. And that would be recurring as well. And it's also scalable. So it means you don't actually have to kind of keep working to kind of get those new customers coming in to kind of replenish that 10K a month. You just grow on what you've already got and make sure the attrition rate is very, very low. We wouldn't just promote ClickFunnels, you'd also promote other products as well. And you'd get commissions from them too, which means that your commission per individual would be a lot higher than just $40 per month. And that means that you require less and less people to sign up. So say your total lifetime value per customer per month was around $60. That means you'd need roughly 167 people per month on your affiliate recurring systems to bring in that 10K a month, which means you would actually end up earning $120,000 a year as an affiliate doing basically nothing. So how would you actually set all this up? I'm gonna go through now with you the 5-step method I'd actually do or incorporate to actually set this entire system up so you can actually bring in that 10K a month passively so you can actually eventually leave your job or enjoy the life you truly want. Now I will say it does take a bit of time to actually set up and grow, but if you're in your early 20s, you have a lot of time ahead of you, which means it's a great business model to get started with if you're just starting out or looking for ways to make money online so you can actually have that money coming in passively. And like I said, you can actually develop a full-time income from this and a lot faster than trying to get into rental property and dividend stocks, which requires millions of dollars to be able to have that same kind of income coming through. So step 1, you want to be in niches which allow these kind of services to be set up. So it's usually in niches which require companies to have either sales funnel, email autoresponders, chatbots, and those tech-based services to be able to make sure they function and run properly and efficiently so they can actually bring themselves more sales as well. So a great niche to actually kind of get into, which actually allows this, is the make money online niche, because a lot of businesses out there require sales funnels, email autoresponders to kind of keep communicating with their audience and building that trust and rapport and offering them services and other products, and even chatbots as well, which they can kind of plug into their websites. So if someone has a query, the chatbot can automatically respond to that kind of query and get that communication going with the potential customer. Step 2 is that you would actually sign up to the affiliate programs of all these services you want to provide to your potential audience or customers. So you want to sign up to, say, ClickFunnels or funnel builders, email autoresponders, chatbots, and whatever else might come to your mind as a service or offer or product you might want to offer your potential audience or people who require these services to be able to run and operate their businesses. Now, step 3. Now, this is where you actually build your customer base. Now, there's actually 2 ways you can actually go about and do this. Now, the first way is you can actually go out to businesses and actually offer your services of funnel builders, email autoresponders, chatbots, and things like that to actually help improve their business and sales over time. Now, it's not the method I'd actually go out and do because it does take a lot of time and energy to actually go out and actually assess people's businesses, assess their websites, see if they need a better funnel, understand if they actually have email campaigns which they can actually offer there, or which they use to actually communicate with their audience or the customers and general public, and chatbots for their website as well. So it's not actually the best way to actually go about this. Like I said, you're actually very limited to how much time, and you actually have to do a lot of cold calling. So you actually have to spend a lot of time putting into actually trying to generate these customer bases. And it's not very, very passive, and it's not what we're trying to achieve. Doesn't mean it doesn't work, and you can definitely do that if you like, but the work required to actually get this off the ground would be a lot more than what we're trying to achieve. And if you're time poor, not the best strategy. Or you could actually create content about how these services would actually help people in their business. And you'd do reviews on the products you're trying to offer. So you'd actually explain about how sales funnels or how ClickFunnels helps people build their businesses, improve their sales, and actually have better retention over time. Or email autoresponders, where it actually allow you to have high conversions for your offers over time as well to your audience. Now, this is a much better method of actually building this audience or building this client base or customer base for the services you're offering, because it's a lot more scalable. Because as you create more and more content, your influence in your audience grows and grows, which means instead of just speaking to one person at a time, you can speak to hundreds, if not thousands of people. And if 1, 2, 3 of those people look at those services that you're actually offering and say, hey, I need to use that in my business, and they sign up through you, you get the commission, which means it's a lot easier to kind of get people to sign up and a lot easier for you to actually grow your business. And this brings me to step 4, which is actually setting up your own personal sales funnel for your audience to actually drive that traffic to and actually get them to sign up to the offers you're presenting them. Now, with this, you actually want to set up a 2-step bridge page funnel. Now, the first step in this bridge page funnel is where you're actually getting them to enter their email, but you're actually exchanging their email with something of value to your audience. Now, depending on what niche you're working in or what services you're kind of promoting, you want to have something of value in relation to that, because that leads to higher conversions and actually people opting in and higher opt-in rates as well. And this is actually a very important step in actually growing as an affiliate. Your email list is actually one of the most crucial assets you can actually build over time as a digital marketer, or even in any business itself, because having an email list is one of the cheapest methods of marketing you can actually use. You have a captive audience which is actually already warm to you because they've already given you their email in exchange for something of value, which means that they're actually already interested in what you're offering. And whenever you actually have a new offer or a new product that you actually want to promote, you can actually directly email them, and then you can actually get conversions and generate more income for yourself over time. Now, the second page of your sales funnel is actually where you present your audience your primary offer. So as I was saying before in the example, if you are promoting ClickFunnels or funnel services for sales funnels for people's businesses, you would probably promote ClickFunnels as your primary offer. So the audience problem might be low sales. The solution will be a sales funnel which has higher converting rates, which means that they would make money over time. And step 5 in this process is actually email marketing. And the reason for this is that it's not uncommon for people not to buy from you from the first time they land on your offer or see your offer, because people might not actually trust you just yet. So with email marketing, you're going to use this as an opportunity to actually build trust and rapport with your audience and your potential customers, provide them with more value so they're actually kind of seeing what is actually on offer and how it can actually help them. And you also want to build trust. And that's why you want to continuously kind of email. And this will actually help build that trust so that your audience becomes even more warm to you and will actually end up converting over time. And then you just over time present the offer as a solution to their problems. And as they kind of build trust with you, they're more likely to convert and end up leading to sales. So then basically, once you've actually set up this sales funnel and email campaigns of what you're actually offering and building that trust with your audience, All you actually have to focus on is actually creating content to provide your audience the initial value and solutions to their problem. And you want to try and get your audience to actually click the link to actually go to that bridge page funnel of yours, so you can actually kind of capture that audience and actually own that as a digital asset. Now, these 5 steps are just a rough outline of how this actually all works and how to put it all together. And if you actually want to get into the nuts and bolts and go in deeper about how to actually set all this up for yourself, and to actually how to find and understand your audience so you can build that trust with them a bit more easily, I'd highly suggest doing the 15-day Business Builder Challenge, which actually goes through all this information in much greater detail, which means that you also save time in actually learning how to do this, and you can actually go from not making any money as an affiliate to actually earning money as an affiliate a lot sooner. It's honestly what I actually did myself and actually helped me immensely. And I've had this conversation with some of my friends who are interested in affiliate marketing, who have spent hours upon hours searching, researching YouTube, Google, and doing all the work, trying to put it all together, and they still feel overwhelmed by the amount of information out there. With this 15-day Business Builder Challenge, it actually compiles it all in a very succinct, informative way, and allows you to actually get started a lot faster and a lot sooner. So if you're in your early 20s or just starting out again, this is something I would definitely invest in, because it's only $7 to actually get started with it. Once you have access to it, you have permanent access to it. So it's not just a one and done, it's permanent. So I'll actually leave a link to that down below. So if you actually want to get started with that, I highly recommend taking that course, because there's a lot of value and a lot of information there as well. So this is actually how I would actually get started to earn passive income in my early 20s to get 10K a month. So I actually wouldn't have to get a job, or I could actually leave my job and actually start living the life I truly want to live for myself. If you found value in this video guys, don't forget to smash that subscribe button, hit the like, and drop me a comment down below if you have any questions about what I've actually discussed with you here today.